Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video from myself on Silica. We're going to be jumping into some big alien map economy and how to take on the humans in a bigger map scenario. We're going to be jumping in very shortly, guys, but I just want to express thank you to everyone who has shown great support for the channel and left kind messages for me on the stream, as well as the videos I've been putting out as well. Guys, if you're going to be enjoying this content, please leave a like, subscribe, and leave some comments down below for tips for the alien commanders that really want to try out the aliens and the alien players as well. I'm going to admit I am more of a main human player than I am an alien player, so I'm a bit more newbie on the alien type of thing, but I do kind of understand the basics around being an alien commander and what you need to achieve to get to that end game scenario of taking down the human faction. Also, guys, you can see that I'm currently in my settings. You can see the audio. I've been trying to work with it. Now, if I do fail and the audio is still too loud at the end of this video, then I will be going to a 2 PC setup like my streaming, where I guarantee that the audio will be absolutely fine. However, if it's okay, once the video goes live, then I will be happy to continue like this to give you guys 1440p if you decide to watch it in that resolution. But yeah, without further ado, guys, we're going to be jumping into strategy. We're going to be going straight for the Great Urge. And we're going to keep it single player, but we're going to be going up against the humans as the aliens. And we're going to be trying to take them on. Now, it's going to be very hard because the AI in particular, they're either really bad at early game or they're really good. Now, when it comes to taking on the aliens as humans, the best tactic is to harass them early game. You want to take down the shrimps as quickly as possible. You want to kill off their buildings. The buildings are very weak in comparison to the human buildings. So you got to bear that in mind as well. Now, we're spawning in. We're bottom left of the map. We need to locate the humans quite quickly, but we also need to make sure we get economy going very, very quickly as well. So we're going to quickly select the nest straight away. We're going to get ourselves a biocache built because that is the very first building that we have is the biocache. So the biocache goes down. Then we can start building the nodes. Now we can get the nodes out towards other locations. We're going to go scouting. So we're going to go find where either the humans are or there are more resource nodes, biotic caches. We're going to leave some crabs at home because we need defense in case we get attacked by buggies. And I believe the crabs early game are probably your best bet. The impalers are good against anti-infantry, but you can build them quite early on. So there's another actual resource node right there, very close to base, which is great, which is very, very good. We love to see it. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep looking around. We're going to keep trying to find the humans so we know where they are. Now, the biocache is built. We're going to start building nodes. So the nodes, they expand your buildable space as the aliens, kind of like a Zerg unit. So you can build, and then as soon as it's built, you can build even further. So you can get closer to those resource nodes. Now, you do need to defend them because shrimps are very, very weak indeed. They're a weak unit. They are your harvester unit. They're your main source of economy, but they're weak. Not like the harvesters. The human harvesters are more of a command and conquer based harvester where they do take a hell of a lot of damage before they go down. The shrimps, on the other hand, are kind of like the Zerglings from StarCraft. They are very weak. They do have an offensive ability, but it's a very, very weak offensive ability. If you did watch back, or if you did join me for my stream, the Silica Sunday stream, I actually did get killed by a shrimp, which was quite funny. Yeah, we won't talk about that, but still, I did get taken down by a shrimp. So it can happen. However, more than likely, you are going to lose your shrimps relatively quickly. So we're going to concentrate on getting 2 resource caches at the ready for these shrimps to take hold. And then we're going to start going into economy. We're going to start going into building and getting the aliens prepared for battle. So, early game alien, what are you meant to be doing? So, I do believe the aliens need to be scouting. You need to look for resource nodes. You kind of need to prepare yourself defensively for any incoming buggy rush, incoming humans that may want to try and take on your economy early game. This is from a player perspective. If you're going up against another player, they should be doing that. If they're not doing that, even better for the alien player, let's be honest. However, if they are going to rush you, you need to make sure you're ready for it. So with that being said, we're going to get our lesser spawning cyst and our quantum cortex on the go. And now, what we're going to do is now, if you're going to leave the aliens to take control of the commander, if you're going to leave the AI take control, they'll only build 1 spawning cyst and they'll only use 1 spawning cyst. The great thing about being a player is you can build multiple spawning cysts and you can use them to spawn multiple units. And that goes for the humans too. So definitely don't be afraid to build more than one structure, and you can also build more than one base off of nodes. So don't be afraid to advance your base structures towards the humans. Now this is good, and it's also not good how close the humans are actually to me. Now, I want to build and expand towards the humans so I can kind of get into early combat with them, and also don't have to send my units miles when they're very, very slow. The aliens late game are very slow creatures. So we're not going to explore much more of the map. We've got 2 resource caches relatively close to each other, heading towards the human base. We're going to be sending all of our guys back now to try and defend the shrimps for just the time being. Now, we could harass the enemy. However, we're going to be running into buggies. The hunter could do a sizable work to buggies. However, more likely, you're just going to get shot down. So we're going to send these guys back for defensive purposes, and we're going to start preparing the shrimps. And we're going to get... Did I build a quantum cortex? I don't think I did. Oh, no. Hold on. Yes, I did. So we're going to go Alpha 1 straight away. We're going to produce... we're going to say 6 shrimps for now, and we're also going to put out another spawning cyst as well. Now, we need to get the research going quite quickly. The reason why is because there are defensive structures we can use as the aliens early game, defensive structures, to try and help with taking down the enemy. So there are 2 light quads inbound. I've got 1 horn crab. I'm trying to send them all back because we need to be able to swarm these buggies if they become a problem. So we're moving. We're moving out. We're taking the impalers back as well. I think we're going to leave 1 impaler to carry on with this exploring. Just so if in case this becomes a long game, we know where we're going with a resource expansion. When it comes down to... I just realized we can actually increase economy here. I just realized that. Anyway, when it comes down to resource expansion, you need to make sure you defend it relatively well. We're actually going to build a biocache here because these shrimps are running quite far, and it's not very efficient for them to be doing that. So we're going to build one here, and they'll literally go from here to here, and we should get a nice boom in money. Now we have got a sizable amount of crabs waiting at base, which is great. Be great for taking on the human buggies if they do ever arrive. Looks like they're off exploring in other directions, so we should be okay for a moment or 2. We do hope. But no, guys, I do very much appreciate all the support you've been giving me on the channel so far with Silica. We've absolutely smashed all imaginable goals I've ever thought of, and we continue to just pass all sorts of goals I never thought I'd ever achieve in such little time. I do appreciate everyone that's shown up for the support in the stream as well. We're going to be looking to hold more Silica Sundays in the future, maybe Saturdays as well. And we're just going to have fun. We're going to have a blast. We're going to play some games. We're going to have a laugh. We're going to learn together. And as the game just progresses in its development phase, we're gonna explore everything new. And like in the last video, if you did watch the last video about human economy, I will be hosting a 5v5 with me in an observer mode, kind of like casting over it. Obviously, I won't be able to tell you who's who and what player's which, but I will try to my best to tell you what's going down in those casts. It should be a hell of a good bit of fun. This game's absolutely beautiful in its observer mode, so we should be able to see it from a perspective of a bird's eye view, how a match plays out. It's going to be great. So guys, if you're definitely interested in that, definitely just keep an eye out for the announcement for the stream. Hopefully it will be this week, week starting the 8th of May. Right, so we're dodging the human base for a main reason. I don't want to get shredded and shot down. There is a resource cache right here, which is so close to the human base. A little bit too close for comfort, maybe. We shall see. But we have already got 2 resource sites going. We've got 10 shrimps in total at the moment. We've got more building, which is great. We've got a nice sizable income. We're researching beta 2. We can now start producing impalers, which we will be doing. So despite the impaler being a anti-infantry unit, ranged anti-infantry unit, they can still do some damage to buggies. So we're building them for the sake of defense and nothing more. I haven't seen any riflemen yet, but I do know the humans start with 2 riflemen and 6 scouts, so they do have quite a few infantrymen. And if they do end up turning up, along with the barracks as well, if they do end up turning up, then we're going to be in a bit of a trouble. I am Going to check the humans to make sure their economy is sound. Sometimes the AI commander for the humans do only build one refinery. I'm going to just double check them in a moment to just check on them to see if they're okay. I'm going to do that now. So let's just quickly have a look. If they've got 2 refineries, I'm going to leave them go. They've got 2 refineries. I am going to leave them go. Okay, we're good with that. Right, so now our impaler is going to get in a bit of an issue. We've explored, and we're now intercepted by buggies. Now, do I take them on? Probably not. They haven't opened fire just yet. I'm going to run away. Okay, now they've opened fire. No hope now. I'm taking shots from 3 scouts as well. The poor impaler is dead in the water. Okay, now by me losing control of my base for a few seconds, you can see the AI have already sent all my units on some sort of mission, including these shrimps, which are going to the resource site far north. We don't want that. We're heading home. We're going back to these sites over here. Right, let's have a look at what's going down. So the AI's decided to produce crabs. I'm okay with that. We've got some impalers on the production as well. You have spent money on anything else? We can get a great assist down very soon. We can actually respawn a nest as well, which is great. We can start our expansion once again. We're going to start building nodes. We have got limited capacity for funds. We're going to start going north. So we're going to do that now. So we're going to start spawning cysts to the north. And we're also going to go towards the towards here as well. I do apologize for the mini map. I did have someone in the comments section in another game point out that at one point the map looked awfully suspicious, if you know what I mean. And it did make me laugh. I do appreciate those comments. It's great to see the attention to detail and all that. So the great thing about nodes as well, they're really cheap, 100 each. They build very quickly, so you can actually expand out quite quickly as well. You don't have to wait around. And looks like we're about to have interception by a rifleman. We're going to send the impalers after him. We don't have to really worry about... hold on. I've lost control of my base. Okay, we're good now. We're going to send the impalers because they are the anti-infantry unit. They should be able to handle those riflemen. We're going to build our great spawning cyst straight away as well. We're going to start getting that down. We're going to continue to build nodes. I trust the AI can shoot these riflemen down and remove them from the game. Surely. Surely they will. Yeah, there we go. They're open fire. Those riflemen should be done. Yeah, there we go. They're dead. But yeah, guys, if you're an alien commander, leave some tips below for the guys that are going to be watching this video. More tips, the better. Anything that I've missed, anything I don't know of, leave them below. I like to learn as well. And it's a joint effort. It's a very much a joint effort for everyone who wants to play. So we're continuing to go north in a northerly manner. We're heading up to this spawning, sorry, this biocache or biotics in the north. And we're continuing to put nodes down, heading towards these two, which are very close to each other, which is great. I also do believe this could become my forward base here, rather than this one that's very close to the enemy. I prefer this one. It's in the cliffs as well. It'll be very hard for the humans to get in there and try and take down any structures that I might build. Another good thing as well about being aliens is use the ability to climb pretty much everything to your advantage. Use the rock faces. Use the dunes. Shoot over the top of them with your impalers and your scorpions. Just become an overall nuisance towards the enemy. Get your crabs. If you're playing as the alien, get your crabs and bury them under the ground. Wait for an enemy to pass over and then ambush them, you know? Do things like that. It's not only is it surprising to the enemy, the human players, it is all valuable tactics indeed. So we're now going up against 3 scouts. I don't think I have any more impalers. I do. I actually have a lot. Okay, we're good. So we're great for anti-infantry at the moment. We've got enough, more than enough impalers. Okay, here comes the quads, and here comes the crabs. This is what we want to see. The crab swarm, look at that. No chance for the poor quad to get away from that one. Here comes more crabs. So the crabs are all about swarming the enemy. Great for taking down quads. Now, this quad has actually got the drop on my guy, unfortunately. He is heading straight for the base. Now, the impalers, like I said, can do work against them. So we're going to get the impalers and bed on these cliffs, and we're going to get them to shoot out this quad. Here we go. Come on, shoot him out. Go for him. He's heading straight for the base. Right. We're going to bring out some scorpions. We're going to bring out some behemoths. We're going to get some stuff up and ready to rock and roll. We can actually get the thorn spire out now, as well as the hive nest. This is going to help with taking down any incoming. For example, like this quad that is unfortunately past my defenses. I'm not too worried about him. He is a lonely quad. We're going to continue building. I know he's going after a node there. We can easily just build another node just to make sure he doesn't take him. No, he's going after my nest. He's not going to kill that nest. Not as a quad anyway. I'm not worried. Right, there actually is more inbound. Another quad inbound. That's fine. We've got a ton of units. They are currently stuck on some, what they called. I can't think of the name for it. Bolterium. There you go. That was the name I was looking for. Right, what are you shooting at? This greater spawning cyst. I just realized my my production didn't start for any of these creatures. Right, well, the crab is going for the quad anyway, so you should be able to take them down. Looks like those guys have been killed off as well. We're going to send some guys back. Actually, they're shrimps. Okay, I think the shrimps are done with the resource point, which means we've got to now expand quickly, because we need another resource point now for our economics. And this one north is going to be our next candidate. You got to watch out for bunkers as well. If there's going to be a bunker captured by a human player, you want to make sure you destroy it. Stop their expansion. Okay, so we have got a lot of incoming. We're going to stand our ground here. Quad dealt with. The quad has been dealt with. Scorpions are out. The hunter is in the Bolter. Oh, God. This is bad. You do not want your guys trapped in Bolterium. Not only down in the open, it's a pain to navigate. Very much so. Right. So we have got a sizable amount of resources already, by the way. You currently see what we're sitting on at the moment is a hefty amount. 12,000 to be exact. We're going to start building defenses here on the rock faces of this area. This is mainly for defending. We don't want to be hit by any of the humans as we start to build our forward base up here. So this is what we're going to be doing. The nest is 4,000. I'm not going to build it right yet. I'm going to be building the spawning cysts up first. And we are in a bit of a firefight here with the enemies. Our shrimps are going to the wrong resource cache, which is very nasty for me. However, I am going to leave them to do it, even though I am going to lose a lot of them in the process here, which is very much unfortunate. It's too late now. They're already on their way. And this is where it becomes a real issue, having the human faction just go after your economy. Like I was saying, this is what the humans need to do. Just get a ton of quads. Go after the alien economy. Try and take them down. I'm going to send these shrimps back, actually. I'd rather keep a few than lose them all. Right, Impaler, go after the infantry. Scorpion, go after the quad. Actually, just stand still. You can do damage then. And this is where having alien human players as well would definitely help in defense. More so. To the point. As soon as this last spawning cyst is complete, I will be building shrimps for this one. We have got loads of defenses, so they should be nice and happy here. Send some more guys out. Impaler, are you doing your job? Now he is. He will be able to take down those infantrymen. Looks like the Scorpion has done his job and killed off all 3 buggies. You love to see it. Right, let's get the nodes built. Let's just carry on our expansion efforts to these 2 biotics caches. More scouts inbound, shooting at my Impaler. We still got a nice hefty amount of money. Looks like a quad is coming in, but I have got defenses. I've got a lot of defenses, so this quad should be dealt with relatively quickly. Yeah, it's getting absolutely shredded. There we go. A shrimp's now heading over to the new resource cache, which is to the far right. These guys can go there because I will be putting down a resource node in a second, a biocache. Another light quad coming. Again, I'm not worried. Not really. Got far more enough defenses to take down quads. Same goes for the riflemen as well. Those should be able to fire over the top. Looks like these 3 scouts are heading towards my poor shrimps. Got a first behemoth, which is a great anti-infantry unit. They shoot those hives out, and they do sizable damage with those hives. Gonna send these scorpions over to these infantrymen to try and kill them off. Looks like our poor shrimp's gonna get shredded by 3 infantrymen, which is gonna be very unfortunate. We're actually gonna build more shrimps from these spawning cysts, because they're not actually in use at the moment. Okay, so our shrimps have arrived. We're going to get a biocache built here. And then we're going to build defenses around it for defending. Going to stop these guys moving, because they can only attack the enemy once they've stopped, really. And they should be able to hold off those infantrymen that are inbound. Again, same goes with the behemoth. I'm going to stop them here to defend the shrimps that are going north right now. So as much as infantry are very underpowered for the human in this game, they do have their niche harassment abilities until you go up against things like scorpions and behemoths. That's when infantry tend to struggle, especially riflemen and scouts. These guys are returning home. I'm actually going to send them back because the biocache is ready. They should now start going towards the other area, the other biocache in the vicinity. We've got a great defense here at this cache to our right, and to our north, we're absolutely fine. We can actually start pumping out other units very, very shortly. We're going to send this behemoth down the hill. We're going to send this one down the hill that way. We're going to start producing some more scorpions and some hunters. Now, I did hear from, I think it was the developer's brother, Tom, that alien units are meant to be more expensive and their buildings are meant to be more expensive. So that could be a possible balancing thing in the future. Not entirely sure if that will be the case, but it is something that was discussed in the stream, the Silica Sundays. Right. By the way, behemoths, great melee at at close quarters. Their pods are great against anti-infantry. They do damage to vehicles, but they don't do that much damage. They're very heavily armored as well. I currently see this behemoth taking hardly any damage from small arms fire. So very heavily armored unit. Right. We are looking good for economy at the moment. I will be looking to expand it even further, and we are going to be going north to this extra bio site here. And hopefully this should be enough for me to take down this AI human base. Looks like they've gone to heavy quads now. Again, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but again, the hunters should be able to quickly dispatch this quad. I mean, look at that, absolutely slapping that quad. The quad is now dead. Right, we're good to go for our next upgrade path. We're going to go for a Mega 4. We're now going towards endgame. We're going to keep pumping out units. We're going to keep building those nodes. We're going to get another nest down just in case we... I mean, I don't anticipate we will, but in case we end up losing our original nest. We're going to get another bio cache down here as well. Looks like there was a scout opening fire. Scorpion can dispatch it. Hunters are there. We're looking good. Everything's defending. Yep, we're happy. We're in a happy situation. There's a rifleman here. The behemoth could quickly deal with that. We're going to start producing shrimps now at the biocaches themselves. Because now we're at a point where we are quite far away from the enemy base to start harassing them. We are likely to want to get buildings out closer so we can actually field units and get them into the fight quicker. So there goes our biocache. We're going to get a thorn tower down. We're going to get a hive spire. We're going to get another thorn tower. All for defensive purposes, this is. Same goes for this place. It is going to expend our money, but at least we've got some sort of defenses up to defend the shrimps. 21 shrimps, by the way, on this single location. They're going to be going off in their own direction very, very soon. So I've got to keep an eye on them. Okay, so we've got our first, technically a tank. It is a light armored car. Again, you can see why I've kind of picked this location. It's very much embedded in rocks. This cannot see all my shrimps. However, I've now got rid of this resource cache. I'm now going to take direct control of all these shrimps because I don't want them to go towards where they actually was going originally. And that's all the way north to a plot that I have not even secured. Now they're producing heavy units. We're going to start producing our own heavy units ourselves as well. We're going to go straight away for 2 Goliath. And we are getting to a point where we can actually start to head for the enemy themselves. And take them on. Take the base on. The light buggy. aka the light quad. Dealt with. The human faction. Not looking very healthy now. We're going to start moving scorpions onto the hills. We're going to start securing this plot. The Goliaths are being produced here. The shrimps. As much as I want them to be doing stuff, they've totally forgot what they're doing. And now they're going to start. There we go. So we're actually setting up a defensive perimeter, allowing our shrimps to escape. This one is actually heading to that resource point. He is going to get a bit lost. There's only one shrimp. I'm going to allow him to go wherever he wants. Okay. So now we're starting to get more money. Again, I'm going to send... I'm going to send this many shrimps to the northern one. We're going to produce a new nest very soon. How much is the nest? 4,000. It won't be long until I have that. We will see our first Goliath shortly. So this is not just big map economics for the aliens. This counts towards all maps. However, I do believe in bigger map scenarios, you need to make sure you defend your shrimp structures because it is more open. It is harder to get to those locations where you're defending forces. You want to get those defensive towers up before you even get your shrimps there, really, unless you're certain that you can safely keep them under control and defended. Right, I think it's time. Let's get a new nest. So we're going to get a new nest. We're actually going to build it here. And this will help me with manufacturing new buildings. I don't have to go all the way to the south because there's an unfortunate bug in the game where if you go to select a building and try and build it, as soon as you click the map button, you lose control of that, and I cannot build that building anymore. So it's more of a just to help me build buildings than it is just to have an expansion slot for my alien forces. Now, the snipers are actually nasty. If they hit a scorpion in its tail, where its weak point is, where it's glowing, it can do sizable damage. We have dealt with that marksman. Okay, let's just check the shrimps are doing work. They are indeed. They're sucking up all the alien juices. These 20 shrimps are actually not doing anything. Now they are. Okay, we're looking healthy. I've sent a Goliath on a mission to go and attack their refinery. Do I expect him to survive? Probably not. Our nest is almost built. We've already got good defensive structures built here. Our closest resource point is this one to the north. This one, no, this one's way too close. It's this one here. Looks like one shrimp is already on the job. Okay, so unfortunately, the AI hasn't been very successful managing their economy. I've just now noticed it. Yes, they have a harvester working. I do think their second harvester might be having issues. And we can also see by now, they've gone for a heavy vehicle factory. Are they producing from it, though? That is the question. They are not. So I got a feeling these guys might be stuck in the dirt for economy at the moment, which isn't good for them. But I'm warning you now, if it was a human commander, expect things to be a lot harder for you. Don't expect this outcome that I'm currently doing today for you. I will be doing more videos with PvP games in general. These ones are just kind of like educational videos to help the newer players get up to speed with commanding their factions that they do choose. If you haven't already watched the human commanding faction video for big map economy and just in general, definitely have a look at that one. It is I will try and put it in the end card at the end of the video for you guys, and you guys can watch that back if you haven't already done so. So our new actual forward base is being built. We are deciding to build here. We're going to go and get nodes while we wait to the north. Get those nodes up as we go for another resource plot, which is just here, because we're about to expend our resources. By the way, the shrimps will be doing the work. We don't actually need any more shrimps. We could if we wanted to, but I think I'm pretty happy with what we've got. We've got an excess of probably 30 odd shrimps, I reckon. So we've got there. We've got 12, 5, 3, and 10. So just below. One there. Yeah, just below, but you know, I think we're at a healthy state with economy. I believe my Goliath has been doing work. He's attacking the harvester right now. He can do that if he wants. I don't mind. And also, if you're in a PvP game and you've got friendly alien players, get them to harass the harvester. Get them to harass the enemy structures. The great thing about the alien faction is they're great at climbing stuff. They can climb on top of the harvester and smack it from above, from below, from any nook and cranny. It just helps. The human players will struggle to try and shoot you, especially if you're on top of the harvester and stuff. Just be an overall nuisance. You know, you don't have to be a clean player as the aliens as such. Be a nuisance. Harass the humans. They're going to be harassing you early game, and you want to kind of stop. You want to stop them before they get to end game level siege tanks, hover tanks, railgun tanks. If you get to that stage, your game is going to be playing out for a lot longer. Hell of a lot longer. Looks like they're building another refinery just as soon as I took it down, which is absolutely fine. They can do that. I'm not going to actually attack the building because I will lose my Goliath if I do so. Scorpion's good. They can shoot the building. We will actually end up taking control of the aliens very soon. We're going to help them finish the fight, as we would say, because I'm at a very healthy point now in this game where I feel I can leave it to the AI's own devices. I'm just going to expend all the money on crabs, impalers, and all sorts, so the AI has to start afresh, as you would say. Right. Now that we've done that, let's go and get into the game ourselves. We're going to spawn as a crab. Where have we spawned, actually? Ideal. We have spawned at one of our forward bases, and we're going to start moving forward. We're going to take control of that scorpion. Let's go. So our objective, attack the harvester. Looks like the AI have now started to command all the other units. Again, micromanaging. There are two types of alien players. The ones that will micromanage and send units to strategically harass the enemy one at a time, keep units back for defense. You know, things like that. There are other players that will hold off, build a absolutely massive force, and send them all at once. I tend to believe I'm more of a strategic thinker. I like to go and harass. If you watched my streams and other videos back as when I'm playing as the humans, my objective, if I'm playing as the player and not the commander, is to get in a buggy, harass the alien economy straight away. And if I do go down fighting, I do go down fighting. At least I've dealt, you know, some sort of damage to the enemy economy. When it comes from an alien standpoint, I do have to think of things a lot slowly. I'll probably end up trying to harass the buggies. There's no point in me going for the harvester with a crab. I could do some damage to it. I could get on top of it and do some damage to it as well. And eventually take it down. It may take me 10 minutes, but I'd prefer to help get the alien economy going, because that's where you want to be as the aliens. So we're moving in. We are dealing a considerable amount of damage to those guys. Did I lose my Goliath? No, my Goliath is still in there. So I think this might be a done deal. This could actually be a short video. The videos at the moment have been going about an hour. I believe this alien video might actually be quite a bit less than that. And the humans did spawn quite close to us. So when it comes to, as I call it, big map economics, we're kind of in a not so big encounter with the humans. Now they are shooting me directly where it hurts the most. However, I have dealt with that light armored car. Is that a shrimp? What are you doing, shrimp? So we are actually got a bug. Oh god, okay. I'm getting a big heavy armored car. Okay, so we can actually use our Scorpion to its advantage, and it's the shoot over the top of the defilade there. We're gonna go after this buggy. I'm very much struggling to see it because of the bloom and sunshine. There you go. I can see him now. He's right there. Right. Okay. So that's dealt with any sort of counter attack that they had, and we're gonna move in. If the Goliath is still good, we might take control of him. We're going to go and smash up the enemy base. Now, if you saw my first look at aliens video, you can see I was quite noob about it. I did end the video earlier. I didn't actually get to the point where I could kill the enemy base. It was on the Naraka map, and it was their base was very, very far away from my location. But now I understand more about the aliens and expansion, and being able to build forward bases to get your alien unit, especially the big boy like the Goliath, into the fight. You can now understand where I'm at now with these guys. Like I said, if you have any tips for the alien forces you can give to any of the new players or the players that want to get into the alien faction, please leave them down below. And it will also help me as well with learning more about the alien forces. Like I said, I'm more of a human player than I am an alien player, so it'd be nice to see some of the alien mains out there and what they think. And yeah, any improvements as well. Leave any feedback for the developers underneath as well. I'm sure Dram will come and have a look at some of the feedback that you're willing to give here for him. He's doing such a crazy job when it comes to this game in general. You know, one-man team. I think he's got more on board now, but yeah, to build a game from scratch like this, taking years for him to do as well. Great job to him. Great job to him. It's not an easy feat to build a video game and to make one that fills a void in the gaming industry as such, as a first-person shooter / RTS. I know there are games out there. Executive Assault, Command & Conquer Renegade was probably one of the first to kind of brush against it. However, there was no direct control of the bases themselves, but I could kind of see, you know, a lot of aspirations for this game did come from other genres. StarCraft, Renegade, I would have thought. Natural Selection 2, for example, you know, those type of things as well. They all came from those, and it's great to see, you know. And this game is reviving a portion of the industry that unfortunately got left behind. But we are slowly making work of this enemy base. And as soon as this base is done, we're going to be ending the video there. I'm going to go ahead and annihilate this radar station. And we're going to go for the heavy factory next. So we are down to what? Just 2 structures remaining. There's a light quad there, but I'm not worried about him. I am a Goliath. I'm a big, heavily armored boy. I'm a big boy. And I do believe I did well as the alien faction, despite, I mean, we see me get harassed at the very start. I managed to fight them off. I managed to swat the humans away from my resources. My, is that a shrimp attacking? That's a crab. Yeah, I managed to stave the humans away. I did beat them to the punch. They started to get the heavy vehicles out. We saw the heavy armored cars, the light armored car. I don't think it was very far away from seeing hover tanks. We beat them to the punch. In another scenario, I might not have been as fortunate. I might have got to a point where I was at a standstill with the enemy, trying to take down their siege tanks and stuff, and going into a kind of a turtle play style where I had to send a lot of units all at once. But there we go, guys. Hopefully, this would help you guys get a bit more of a grasp with the alien forces on larger maps. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe. I very much appreciate you all. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.